Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market. And before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you want to get my daily trade ideas, live trading, swing trading, and all kinds of setup, definitely check out the Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it. Dow is up 0.91%, Nasdaq going up 0.30%, S&P up 0.58%, and Russell going up 2.67% on the day. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500, and you can see communication services on bottom, and that is because of Google. And then we also got technology down, and that's because of Apple and Microsoft not going up today. And I think even Amazon, it was lagging behind. Now look at here on top, guys. Real estate, energy, basic materials, utilities. So definitely a risk-off move here in the market today. And then we got financial, consumer cyclical, industrials, healthcare, consumer defensive, and like I said, technology and communication services lagging behind right here. Now week to date performance right here also. And you can see financial right here on top, and that led to a big rally on IWM because a lot of those regional banks are on actually with Russell 2000, and that is why this thing is up. And then we got utilities, consumer cyclical, industrials, real estate, basic materials, and you can see right here technology actually right here on bottom. And even weekly performance right here, technology definitely not leading the way. So what we have here on stock market map, especially energy right here, and you can see it's lighting up in the green today, led by XOM and Chevron. Both are up on the day. XOM up 2.87% and Chevron up over 2%. And Tesla, and I called it last night in my mega cap video, and you can see it right here. Tesla ready to rocket, and boy oh boy, this thing delivered today, up over 6%. Amazon down 0.69%. Meta up 2.28%, Google down actually on the day 2.17%, and Nvidia, this is actually rare, down 1.68%, Microsoft going down 0.72%, and Apple would not stay below daily 200 SMA. This thing came right back up, and now I think it's up all the way up to 185. And you can see right here, all the banks are up on the day, including regional banks, and that's why we saw that big rally on Russell 2000. And here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing you gotta go through, it's totally free. And here's a fantastic play from today, and pretty much everything went in the green, but I'm only sharing two plays right here. And this one you can see right at opening, guys. CrowdStrike, it was trading at 338, and that's where I got in for only $6 a piece. And this thing ran up to, this is where I actually sold for $7.50 a piece, and the runners, they got up to almost $1,200 a piece. This thing crashed, gave away all the gains, and it was down 2% from where this thing was up in the morning, almost 3%. So that was a massive trade. And then you can see this one right here, also ENPH, Enphase, we got puts at 137 and some change, 130, and this thing they were only 40 to 50 cents. And this one also coming down, going over 100%, got up to $1.10 a piece, and this was also a nice setup. Now all these trade ideas are available on Patreon, and especially if you guys are subscribed to my channel and you want to support the channel, check out the link down below in the description, guys. And now let's get right into it. On IWM, it's up 2.67%, so massive rally to the upside, and something interesting happening here on IWM, and I'm going to share with you guys right here. And you can see we got this big breakout. It looks really bullish, right? Guess what? It was a bull trap. This thing crapped and came all the way down to 193. Now, even myself, this looks like, a breakdown, right? But no, this was actually a bear trap. Again, this thing went back up, and now today gapped up, never came back down to this gap, and now trading at 204.44, almost getting up to this high and trading above upper Bollinger Band right here, which is sitting at 203. Now I played IWM today and got some money, still holding some runners, and those are puts. And I think this thing can come down, if not tomorrow, possibly next week, down to this gap around 200. to fill this gap right here at 199.79. So going into tomorrow's session, watch out. I mean, this thing already, I mean, all over the place. We saw a big move down to 193, and within 2 days now back up to almost 205, and that is insane. I mean, this thing moving like a penny stock right now. So going into tomorrow's session, definitely you want to watch this support down here, and that is 202, and then this gap just slightly under 200. We also have strong support at 198, and then right here at 196.65 down to even 195, and then 193. But IWM can actually hold above, I would say, 200. That is bullish, and you're going to see IWM going up all the way up to 205.49 and possibly even higher. On SPY ETF, it's up 0.69% and now trading at 502, holding 499.37, rising 5-day moving average as a support into closing. Now, this is just insane and next level manipulation at its best, and you can see it right here. It was trading at 490, and now within 2 days, now trading at 502, not too far away from hitting another fresh new all-time high. Now also, if you look at my screen, we actually got this gap down right here on this big sell-off, right? But look at this, move here on SPY ETF, filling this gap, entire gap in just 2 days. But what about all these gaps right here? Well, I think we just have to wait and find out, right? I mean, anytime you see a move here on SPY ETF, especially last 4 months, if there is a gap on top, immediately this thing going back up and filling that gap. But what about all these gaps to the downside? I think we just have to wait and find out. So going into tomorrow's session, watch out for the support. I would say 500 because this thing will move up tomorrow, and just below that 495. To the upside, the next stop 503.50 and then 505 on SPY ETF. Only time if this thing actually breaks below 495, then you are going to see a dump off down to 492, 489.23, this gap down here, and then possibly down to 485, which is not happening at this moment, but we could see that going into next week. On DIA, it's up 1%, so big rally to the upside. We gapped up today from this gap, 384.55, and now almost near all-time highs, just $1 away. So this thing can push up even more, possibly up to 390 and then 392. That's possible to the upside. And to the downside, now you need to watch right here, 386. That's going to be a strong support. And just below that, this gap, slightly under 385. And once we get that breakdown below 384.55, that is when you're going to see a lot more selling, possibly all the way down to 376 on DIA. But as long as this thing can stay above right here 386, the next stop 390 and then 392. On Triple Q, it's up 0.30% and getting up to almost 435 today, and now trading at 434.51 and basically trading above all these moving averages right here, holding above 433.73. That's gonna be a support 5-day moving average, and below that 432. We also have strong support down here at 430, and then watch out for 427.66 20-day moving average, and then 425 down to this gap 422.38. But it's not happening right now, so it's holding right here. Anything above 432, that's bullish for a move all the way back up to this high right here around 438 to 440. So the 10-year taking a backseat today, down 0.63%, and we kind of got this move where this thing actually came under 5-day moving average and then went back up. It's holding 42.36. So going into tomorrow's session, 42.36, that's going to be a support to watch on TNX, and below that watch out for 41. And if this thing can actually hold right here, then definitely you're going to see some follow through from this big bullish engulfing candle. We could see a move all the way up to 43.70 on TNX. On dollar, it's down 0.43%, and now the next support will be 104, 103.58. And now that it's trading below 104.48, that's going to be a resistance to watch. But above that, dollar can push higher all the way up to 104.83 and then 106. On VIX is down 2.57%, and we talked about it before that. Watch out for that breakout above 15, and if that happens, you're going to see a quick trip all the way up to 18, and we got that this week. But also, I said it in my video that watch out, this Bollinger Band on top not fully extended all the way up to 18 or 20. So if this thing actually gets that move, that might be a fake breakout. And look at this, guys. I mean, it came back, it was a fake breakout. And I also said before that it needs to actually hold above 15 in order for this thing to actually get a real breakout, and this thing can go up all the way up to 18 to 20. But we got this, big spike on VIX, but only lasted like 1 day, came back, and now getting under 15. So going into tomorrow's session, levels to watch on VIX 1460, 15, and above 15 we can talk about 18 bucks. And below 15, watch out. I mean, this thing has no support here, and you can see right here 5-day moving average sitting at 14.22. So the next support will be all the way down here around $13, and it's barely holding 5-day moving average right here. If this thing cannot get a bounce above 15, this thing can come back again down to 13, and we're not going to see that big move to the upside because this was a fake breakout. But this month here, and especially end of this month into next month, we got a pullback. It was a decent pullback, but just not enough because indices only came down like 2%, and then everything is back up today to normal. So we actually got a small tiny pullback, nothing like 5-7%, and that could be coming in next few days here in this market. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I will definitely keep you guys updated.